Thank you guys, and hello to Twitch chat back at home. Hi, please X up for whatever reason because you guys love spamming and we all know how annoying it is to mods, so go for it. So, I'm Rain Chocolate. This is my presentation on streaming. So I don't plan on going through slides. Like most streamers, it's all about the interaction. Obviously, if you guys wanted to sit here and watch me talk for 20 minutes, you could go watch one of my VODs where I literally sit and talk to myself. So that's the goal of the panel. So I have my panelists, I'll give them a moment to introduce themselves, but the goal of this is to be interactive, and if you guys don't have questions, then I will ask them questions. So feel free to speak up, to politely heckle if you really want, etc. So we're gonna start off. So you guys know me, I'm Rain. I stream EVE Online. I've been streaming for a little over a year. I started streaming just for the heck of it, and now I'm just streaming solo PvP.
I'm Scaredpanda, and I've been streaming about the same time as Rain, and I pretty much just stream EVE.
I'm Fintarue. I've been streaming EVE Online for almost 4 years now.
Defiant Daniel. My stream is on Twitch. I do a lot of solo PvP and small gang.
Awesome. I'll take your mic now. Thanks, baby. Lysus, I've been streaming for about a year and a half. It's my second account because the first one got banned. Yeah, don't link meat spin on your Twitch chat and tell them it's, that's a link to the song that's playing for the 80s mix.
All right, so, yeah, I asked them. I also asked a bunch of other people, and they're like, no, I don't really stream EVE that much, and they're completely lying. So there's plenty of qualified streamers. Obviously, I had to pick a handful, otherwise we'd have like the stage really full and it'd be awkward, especially with the mic handing. So yeah. So do you guys have any initial questions before I start asking them questions? Oh, thank you, Ned.
No, less mics. All right.
Dirk McGurk in the front.
Hopefully my voice will work. What are you all going to do now that casinos are no longer bankrolled?
That's a
not all of us
question.
need sponsorships.
Yeah, that's actually a very easy question because during my probably 80% of my time I've been streaming EVE, I wasn't sponsored. And that was something that only happened 6 months ago for me. And I was still PvPing as the most expensive ship I could. I was still going out and like battle procurers. I was still doing, doing sites and stuff and showing people how to make money. So that money being gone doesn't really change anything except I'm not flying 700 million breachers all the time now. So, it really doesn't affect me personally, also being a wormholer, so I'm just raining money.
Well, there's that, and then we have a lot of people who like to watch us, be our friends, and they want to donate, whether it's hulls or mods or ISK or whatever. So, yeah, that's true. So, I've been given a few hundred Tristans by people who are like, I just built a bunch. So, it's not always a big deal if you don't have someone just giving you money.
I think it'll affect us in a certain extent because there are some streamers that are inevitably not going to stream as much. They're going to be busy making money in the game. The more streamers there are for EVE, the more viewers we all have. It works for everybody. But I think by far and away, most people that do PvP and stream it in EVE, the money was a bonus. It's not going to stop the content, at all.
Yeah, so I've been streaming this for so long that it kind of started off where I just funded my own ships originally through doing wormholes. And then people started throwing me money constantly. The Twitch community is so happy to support the streamers, especially the entertaining ones, the ones that everybody's going to end up liking, that usually it doesn't end up being that much of a problem. And honestly, I'm totally gonna take credit for this, but I'm the one that initially got Iron to do the sponsorship thing in the beginning. So
it was his fault.
It was my fault because he used to throw me money all the time, and then I was just like, dude, I'd be happy to give me a video or something, I'd be happy to push it on stream about I want ISK and stuff. And he's like, let me come up with some stuff and throw it to other people. So, my bad, your money's gone.
And also, I think a lot of streamers like myself are going to be getting into the alpha clone PvP anyway, and really showcasing a lot of that. So he can't do it without a few billion ISK.
I'm just saying, I have 156 million skill points. After 11 years, there's no way I'm gonna. I just love being like, oh, I want to fly this. Oh, I want to fly this now. I love that flexibility. But I'm really happy for alpha clones because that's just more people for me to kill. I just want to kill.
Next questions? Boat. Oh,
But
there's
I have a
a,
microphone for you.
So I stream once in a while, and I have a differing opinion to a lot of content providers. I feel content providers should have to get their own and do their own thing. Like make your money, and if the content you're providing is good enough, then provide the content while making money. Like go rat, stream that, or go do what I do, just run around Untitled all day and that kind of thing. But the question is should there be like a CCP thing where it's like, okay, there's a server you can go and do this, or should it be just out to the players to make their own like thing?
so
Why would
I'll,
we want to be somewhere else
So-
if we want to fight people?
I was gonna say, I'll answer this one. I made this on open comms, but I said the only thing that anyone would ever be entitled to from CCP at the very most would be acknowledgement. And CCP goes above and beyond to support their players, whether it's streamers, YouTubers, FCs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I know that at best we can say, oh yeah, CCP might, show up in Twitch chat and support us, or maybe they'll retweet our stream tweets or something along that. But more than that, no. No one's entitled to any more than that. So that's my opinion.
I think that for us, especially as Eve streamers, it kind of puts us into a unique position on Twitch because people in Eve, even if you don't do PvP, they like to watch PvP. That's where the excitement is. Like, there are so many people that are interested in Eve out there, but they don't want to play, or they're intimidated or whatever, but everybody loves to hear the news about, BTAC-R and, OEM and stuff like that. Like, people want to hear the news about the big fights and the exciting fights, and so they want to see the streamers that are doing PvP. And while I don't think that I don't think you have to do PvP, there are definitely some PvE streamers that are super entertaining, like Inglewood. But people want to watch the PvP and stuff. And for us, like personally, I consider it that my money making is the streaming. And that's something that I think came out a lot with I Want ISK and stuff. But for us, we put a lot of work into entertaining people, whether we're doing PvP or PvE. And Bo, I know you do it too. Like you put a lot of work into your fleets and things like that. And with the Open Comm show, you guys put a lot of effort into it. It just so happens that the Eve community is happy to support us with the ISK and the ships, so that's turned into our PvE. I mean, I stream for the Eve community because I want to entertain, but people are happy to support me to do that, so it's turned into my money making. We put a lot of effort into it too. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into streaming that not everybody understands. So that's the way I look at it.
And there's also, like what he was saying, people want to see PvP. If somebody is willing to donate ISK to the stream for me to not go do exploration and instead continue doing PvP, I mean, that's a healthy thing as far as I'm concerned. But there really are some really good PvE streamers. I want to shout out Eve Scout over there, Twitch TV Eve Scout, who does exploration and wormholes and stuff and makes that really entertaining. Like, you can do a lot of different content, but for the PvP primary, streamers, if we were to take all of our time doing the PvE stuff, it's just not the same, it's not the same stream.
Like even like when Boat and like Matani and when you guys are streaming the big fights, Look at the number differences. You get thousands of people that aren't even EVE players, and they come in and they see the big fight that's going on. That's what people want to see. And I mean, you guys supporting us allows us to do as much of that as possible.
Next question. Man in the white.
Met me halfway. Damn, I'm old.
So, can you tell me some of the strangest donations that you've ever received?
Are we talking in-game or out of game?
Yes.
Both?
We are.
Both? Well, I definitely had somebody donate me 1,000 griffins that I promptly trashed on stream. But the strangest was definitely a viewer that sent me a week's worth of pizza.
All at the same time?
All at the same time. So the Pizza Hut guy showed up my door with like 2 giant bags of pizza, which was pretty entertaining and was not expecting at all. So that's the strangest one I've ever gotten.
I don't think I've gotten any strange donations, but I definitely got. I had a weird reason for a donation. They wanted to see me rip apart more bacon on my cooking stream and then wait for my cat to eat it. So that was interesting.
I don't have one. I mean, you get the one ISK donations. Those are always fun.
Especially when they have fun like stories, or you get like 20 ones, and then they're like a little story every time. It tells you how their day went or something. Those are fun.
Nope.
I don't have any.
All right. Next question. So, what is the biggest hurdle you see for a new person to start streaming, and what do you feel that you're missing to grow the EVE streaming beyond just EVE people to attract a bigger audience?
I can take that one, but I was gonna say EVE is a really unique game where it's sandbox and all on one server. So the biggest hurdle I think people starting out, whether it's new to EVE or just new to streaming, is that they don't know how to take that. So a lot of people either have too much OPSEC or they have no OPSEC, but then they can't handle the stream sniping, I don't want to say harassment, but like people doing the 1S donations or the bounties or the whatever. It's just very overwhelming, especially because the EVE Twitch community is very small, so there's not a lot of streamers. So if anyone generally just has a webcam, you say, oh, well, I can see if they're talking to me. So you go into their channel to try and talk to them and see what they're doing, and that can be super overwhelming for people. So when I started streaming, I had 1 or 2 people, and they were always people I knew, and that wasn't EVE. When I first streamed EVE, I had 140 people, and they were consistently sniping me and giving me bounties. So I was able to handle it. I know a lot of these guys, everyone else were able to handle it, but some people, they just can't handle that. They get overwhelmed, or they get confused, or they shut down.
Well, mine was a little different situation. I'm one of those no OPSEC kind of guys. I do not care what you see. Here's how I see it. If you bring the content to me, because I'm constantly going out to look for people to fight, if you bring it to me, thank God, because I'm not roaming an hour and like, okay, I don't know what to say. But when I started, back to your question, like what it might be difficult, because when I started, I didn't even have a webcam or anything like that. And I know seeing like your view account, how many people are watching you might be a thing to some people. I just actually make sure I don't even know how many people are watching me. I just act like no one's there, or maybe 1 or 2 people, and just interact with people in chat. But this was even before webcam, that I used my webcam. I do not care about how many people are watching me. And if you have that mindset that you're genuinely entertaining, like if you change your personality depending on how many people are watching you, people will see that. If you're just that same person, no matter if 1 person, 0 or 150 or 3,000 are watching you, and people will come back to that. So that's how it was for me. And please, everyone, if you decide to stream no OPSEC, it's so much better. I mean, we see no matter how, like, if you try to hide stuff, I mean, come on, it's EVE, overview, whatever you click, there's no point of having OPSEC.
There's definitely a massive fear in the EVE community in regards to streaming. Like, I know there's a lot of corporations and stuff that just straight up ban it. Like, they won't allow anybody to do that kind of stuff. I mean, and on my channel, I pay stream snipers. Like, I have a set of rules on my channel that if you bring me a fight following these rules and you manage to win, I pay you half the cost of my ship. And so there are people that take me up on those offers, and I get some amazing fights. And you know, if you can incentivize people to bring you a decent fight, granted, I still get some blobs and some stream snipes, but are like, you know, crappy ones. But you know, the more I can incentivize people to bring me a decent fight, the better it's going to be overall for both the viewers and for us in general. So come hunt me down. Look at the rules on my panel or on my channel page, because you can make some decent money. I pay half the cost of my ship if you kill me.
And I mean, most stream snipers aren't really that good. So if they like come and kill you or try to kill you, like they've had to do all this work and then they bring something that they think will just wreck you and then they lose. Like, it's way more satisfying than just finding some kid and like destroying them. So.
And like Finn was saying, there is a lot of in certain circles, unfortunately, there's some streamer hate, basically, from a corporation level. You know, they feel like it's exposing them or going against the hardcoreness of EVE. So starting out streaming, if you're already a part of something, you want to make sure with your organization that that's going to be a thing that's okay to do and what you're going to actually stream. You know, it can be. You just want to be respectful. Let people know that you're streaming. Don't stream stuff that when they don't know that you're actually doing it. But as far as the stream sniping, like Lysus said, you know, like Finn said, it's really not that big of an issue. Even in fleets and stuff, the biggest thing that you could do is like mute the comms, because there is actual OPSEC that happens on there. But if you have scouts and stuff for your fleet, you're not going to get stream sniped and all of a sudden a bunch of things are going to come out of nowhere and get you. It's just not as scary as people make it out to be.
So can I ask a question? Who's your favorite stream sniper?
Jebby. Comrade Jebby. Absolutely. Love Comrade Jebby.
I got someone. Casper. Casper loves stream sniping me. When the Purity of the Throne came out, I was flying a 1.5 bill Tengu, and there was an issue in game where they weren't respawning properly. So I was like, don't worry guys, I know, I got wormholes, I'll go and find them. And I went through wormholes and I was getting avatars, Aeon skins, and at the time, since they weren't really in the market, they were worth like 900 mil. Then I'm in like Cloud Ring, crazy wormhole route I took, and then I see Casper show up. I'm like, what's he doing over here? And then I pick up a whiptail on D-Scan, which I don't know if you guys know, that's an AT ship. So he brought out someone, and then local exploded, and I barely got out. And he always comes at me hardcore, man. I was flying the Silver Magnate the other day, and he came up and chat, where is it, because he wanted to kill my Silver Magnate so bad. So he's definitely my favorite one, because he's, like, he knows he's stream sniped, but he has a good time, and he knows I'm not going to get angry about it.
I don't remember the last time I was stream sniped, so.
I don't get stream sniped too often, but the stream that I did on Monday, I had some great interactions where people actually came and found me, and we did like some 1v1s and stuff. And unfortunately, just remember, if you're going to fight somebody at a safe spot in high sec, open the duel request first.
Well, I actually realized I want to change my answer. I haven't been sniped in a long time, but when you're streaming and Eve Scout comes out and gives you all the hugs and the fireworks, that's always really fun. And so.
You make it really tough when I have to tell my fleet, don't shoot him. But he's shooting me. No, it's Eve Scout, don't shoot him.
Yeah, those are the best. I also love stream sniping with them.
Chris?
Hi, I'm Crass Kitty. I'm also another streamer. Woo, Eve streamers, yay. Okay, anyways, I wanted to ask you guys what your biggest moment of success in Eve was and what your biggest failure in Eve was.
Involving streaming?
Involving streaming.
So I'll go with that one. So leading up to World War B, that was when goons were invading Lowsec. I got some intel from Mr. Elise Randolph. He's like, yo, Rain, there's going to be a fight over here. He's like, you should go stream it. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So this is before they had all the neat like little camera changes where you could like pan around and whatnot. So I go over there and I'm just like streaming this fight. I have no webcam, I have no mic. I'm like eating ice cream, just kind of watching like the colors fight each other and like all these big like 700, 1400, couple thousand, I have no idea. So I do that and then I notice my chat is just scrolling and I had about 700 viewers and I'm like, what is going on? Everyone wanted to watch the fight, I guess. So. But that was leading up to World War B, so that was my experiences. And then my biggest failure, I don't really know. I probably have done really embarrassing things on stream. I think they're Jebby. They mentioned Jebby. Jebby failed to stream snipe me once, and I was drunk. So instead of just like brushing it off, I ranted for like 10 minutes about how bad that was. So I ranted for like, I have a highlight of 10 minutes, but it was like an hour or 2 hours of me just making fun of Jebby, and then he never stream sniped me again because he apparently found that so funny. So.
As far as success, I'd probably say a couple years ago, back when CCP was still doing the New Eden Open, and we had, this was like our group of probably like some of the original streamers, so Sardcade, Zhao, Sir Squeebles, and we had a team of streamers that banded together for the New Eden Open. And we took third in that when we were just a bunch of, you know, people just called us a bunch of streamer scrubs. And here we are doing some hardcore piloting, and it was amazing being able to take third and actually win money from that, because the New Eden Open was for actual money. And for us to be able to do that and stream it during the matches was a blast, and definitely probably one of our biggest, like definitely I would say one of my biggest successes. I mean, my failure maybe is in that same instance when I put the camera on the floor and rolled down around on the floor in excitement, but but honestly, I would say biggest failure would probably be I do a thing called Derp Fleet, which is a public fleet that I do on stream, but it's usually some weird off-the-wall fitting theme, like opposite tanks, so shield tank ships have to be armored tanked and armored tank ships have to be shield tanked, things like that. And we do drinking trivia during it, and I was definitely the target of all of everybody participating, so I was pretty shit-faced in 30 minutes or so. And I definitely threw up on stream. Which, by the way, will get you banned on Twitch. I just happened to barely be off the camera. And I have to be really careful about that now, since I actually do work for Twitch nowadays, so I have to be careful about that.
My greatest success, I would say, quite comfortably, has been getting here. All of the people that donated to get me here. As far as failures, I can't really characterize a failure for the stream per se. I mean, there's lots of PvP instances where I sucked. But overall failure for the stream, I did a scanning tutorial video that everybody liked, but I haven't followed that up. I haven't done more of any of the videos that I should be doing.
I definitely know your biggest failure on stream was the day that you got so angry at the stream snipers that your hair was no longer perfect.
That never happened.
I will scour the VODs for it.
So I would say my most successful thing was the 72-hour stream that Rahne and I did with some other streamers, where we were able to raise some funds to help Broadcast for Reps and Spam for Heals really kind of become what it is today. And probably like my failures are just when I get too drunk that I don't make sense and then lose all the ships and think it's fine. So I I'm really good at losing shifts when I stop paying attention. I get really angry.
That's 90% of the losses in Eve.
Actually, it's like, yeah.
I wasn't paying attention and
No, it's like actually like 95% of the time it's you can pinpoint how drunk I was with how many other deaths were around it.
Got another question?
Have you ever been or ever dealt with sexual harassment on your stream? And if you have, how did you deal with it?
Men are really fun to make fun of. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say just exclusively women, because everyone, I think, gets harassed or bantered on the internet, and kind of it goes beyond someone's boundaries, and those are all set personally by someone. So there are people who deliberately try to make you mad, and I found if you ignore them or you make fun of them back, it helps really well. So you get the classic, oh, you're a girl, why aren't you in the kitchen? So you come up with, oh, you're a boy, why aren't you in the garage fixing my car? Or something really dumb, because it sounds stupid. It's like a stupid insult. So you make fun of them about it, or you can just ignore them. Either or.
Or just be better than them. I mean, that's really all that you have to do. Like, I always say, like, I'm not actually good at Eve. Like, most people can tell, but I'll still usually do okay in a fight. So if you get a lot of crap from people, then, just tell them to put their money where their mouth is.
I can say it gets a little weird sometimes with the number of people that are constantly asking if they can stroke my beard. It's a little strange. Yes. I mean, all they gotta do is ask, but some people make it really creepy. Like, I'm going to find you at midnight and I'm going to stroke your beard constantly.
There's another one.
First, can I stroke your beard?
Are you going to answer this question? I'm a new streamer myself. I just started a couple of weeks ago, and I was just thank you. I was just wondering. I've had an issue with Twitch, like audio editing 80% of my streams, even when I'm not like playing music and I'm just talking to my camera. So it's kind of hard for people that don't subscribe and follow me on Reddit. I only have a handful of people to go watch my previous streams to see if it's not worth the watch.
So that's something that I kind of dealt with a lot for my stream, because I have mine kind of fashioned after a radio show. So I play a lot of music. I even have a radio broadcaster's license, but Twitch won't recognize it and I can't get my VODs unmuted. It's a decision that you have to consciously make. Do I want to play music that I'm going to enjoy or that my viewers may enjoy? Or am I going to make it so people can watch my previous VODs? Now, in the same instance, there's a lot of musicians nowadays that are making music specifically for content creators to use on their streams, and some of it is extremely good, and there's no copyright issues, so they won't be muted at all. And so if you need any of that information, you want some of that music, I'd be happy to hook you up with that stuff, because I know a lot of those creators personally, so I can get you in that direction if you want music that's still good but won't get you muted.
Yeah, I've had them also edit stuff that wasn't music related. Like I tried doing like Nerdblock and Loot Crate openings before my stream, and I was just talking dialogue-wise, and that still ended up editing out my whole segment just talking.
So unboxings are actually not allowed on Twitch.
Oh, I did not know that.
Like, well, I mean, yeah, generally unboxings are not something you should do on Twitch. Depending on what it is, they may shut you down, like, suspend your channel kind of a thing. So I would be very careful about that in general. Like, it depends on what it is, but some things are definitely like looked more frowned upon than others, but I would not do that.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it's been so unreliable as far as the Twitch VODs goes, unfortunately, that if I come across something that I think I want to save, you got to record it locally. Which, if you're using OBS or whatever, I mean, that's easy to do while you're streaming. I just wait until a moment comes up where it feels like, okay, this is a fight's about to happen. Mute my music, hit record, you can set hotkeys for that and all of that. And that's the best way I can say is record it locally. Twitch now has the ability to upload your own videos to Twitch as opposed to just YouTube as well, so it's right there.
And a lot of people, you know, they want to go back and watch what you've played before. I pretty much have like an external hard drive or two that I just record as soon as I start my stream until the end, and I've got them. So I've got most of my streams saved. And you want people to come back and watch, and a lot of the VODs don't last on Twitch anyways, so just put them on YouTube. Like, that's pretty much like the easiest thing, and you know you'll always have access to that, and they're a little more lenient with different things. So.
As far as people like trying to check out your stream, they're only gonna watch like 2 minutes of the VOD anyway. It's better to get a highlight in there, and make sure that you are, whenever you make a video like that, everybody wants to see it. Like, honestly, everybody wants to see it. There is not a huge amount of content like being produced that's good for Eve. If you have an interesting moment, we don't want to miss that. So post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hashtag
tweet
tweetfleet.
everything.
I'm serious.
And
tweeting
hashtags
is
are,
really important.
Hashtags are actually incredibly useful. I started using them super ironically, and then I realized like it actually matters, like in Eve stuff, because when you try and look anything up online for Eve, if it's not hashtagged, like it's kind of really hard to find. But if you just do hashtag Eve online or anything on YouTube or I can't think of what else I was looking up, but like yeah, I mean he's here. So with the hashtags, like you put them in for any of your videos, people are gonna find what you're using or posting or whatever. So.
Question by Topmo.
There's a lot of people who are afraid of PvP, to try PvP in EVE Online, and there's a lot of PvP streamers on stage right now. What do you think the best way for somebody to learn PvP quickly in EVE Online is?
When I am able to stream again, join my Friday night fleets where we just fly easy baby stuff like frigates and Tristans, and with the alpha clones, maybe some rookie ships, and then you'll get a chance to fly with some really awesome people that can help you a lot.
Honestly, watch streams. One word, watch streams. I mean, there's some great YouTube content as well. No, it's not. That was one word, I put them together. I concatenated. Watch streams. There's a lot of great YouTube tutorials and stuff as well. Satonia does some amazing videos. But watching streams is different because you get to interact with the streamer. You get to ask them questions. You know, it's one thing to actually watch what somebody is doing, but if at any point during that you can say, well, why did you do that? And I can sit there and explain it, and I really like explaining things. So if you ask me questions like that on stream, I'll go on for 20 minutes explaining the finer points of fitting a web.
And he's not actually annoyed, he just sounds it.
It's my natural state of being.
I noticed, but it took me a few streams to figure that out.
Yeah, getting into PvP, just don't be afraid to lose a ship. Just wing it. That's what I did. I don't know if you guys, when I stream, I scream and click all my buttons, and I win sometimes, so. That's what I do, so. I think we are out of time. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
If you need any help with streaming, or you want to get into it, or you just have questions in general, feel free to ask us. Like, any of us would be happy to walk you through it. We can help you set up the software you need. Some of us know artists and things like that. If you're wanting to do like overlays and things like that, we have a lot of connections for those. So we can get you connected to people that can make you know, the fancy stuff for your stream if you want. Yeah, just ask us. We'll be happy to help, because the more of you there are, the more exposure we get, like as an EVE community, and that's what most of us care about. Like, we just do it for you guys. It's fun.
And the biggest goal for me, as far as moving forward with streaming in EVE, is getting more involved in the new player experience, because I think we are the face and the best outlet for new players to get involved in EVE in the first place. We've got the new corporation link coming up, which is going to be huge. I'm hoping that corporations begin to reach out to streamers to connect to that, you know? But just what Finn was saying, you really need to get out there and watch all of the streams, you know? That's really the best way to go and do it.
Yeah, and we all just want to be friends. We want to make sure that everybody who can play will play, or if they want to watch, that's what they want to do. And we would love to see more people streaming or getting active with stream things. And so I don't think there's a single streamer that wouldn't be happy to help you get anything sorted out that you can. So, yeah.
So thank you all for watching. Thank you for those back home on Twitch. I'm going to send it back over to the guys on EVE TV.